Good afternoon. I'm James Exum, and this is Wednesday, September the 23rd, uh, here in South Austin, Texas, where I've lived for about 50 years. Uh, it's about 1:50 p.m., and I'm about to introduce you to my discourse number 9 on the subject of yoga philosophy paradoxes. This one in particular has to do with what is called the pastime of God, which is the play of Lila, and its paradoxical relationship with human reality. So let's just dive right in if you don't mind. In considering the play of Brahman, that's the play of Lila, often described as Lila, it becomes evident that the human mind and intellect face profound limits in grasping the true nature of this cosmic pastime. The intellect, bound by logic, language, and sensory experience, can only conceptualize fragments of the infinite. We can only see so far with our human mental capabilities. Brahman's play is said to transcend ordinary understanding, unfolding in dimensions that elude rational analysis and empirical observation. And when I said we could only see so far, it's just like, say, an ant can only see so far as understanding the construct of the world because of its position in the world and its limited mental abilities also. Even the most refined philosophical inquiry often falls short, as the divine's creative expression is limitless, spontaneous, and ultimately, to us, mysterious. Thus, while humans may seek meaning and patterns within the universe, the true essence of Brahman, and that is God, that is Brahman, the creator, Brahman's play remains beyond the reach of ordinary thought, inviting humility and wonder in the face of the unfathomable. Oh, and by the way, I'm an old yogi, been practicing right on 50 years, just, well, yes, on 50 years, that's right. And I said I've been in Austin for uh, 50 years. I've actually been here closer to 55 years. But this wonder in the face of the unfathomable is one of the reasons I wrote this paradox. It will be number 9, as I said. I'm doing 10 of these, and that will create 50 videos. That will end the creation of 50 videos on YouTube, which I started less than 3 months ago. This is all new to me, creating videos and doing narrations on videos. The writing, of course, is not new to me. I've been writing since junior high school, so that's nothing new to me. Now here comes an important, I'm reading from my own discourse that's on the screen of my computer. This next concept is very important. This inherent limitation is highlighted in many spiritual traditions, which suggest that attempts to fully comprehend the divine's play using intellect alone is like trying to measure the ocean cup by cup of water. The mind, shaped by Maya and conditioned by its own boundaries, can perceive only the surface reality. The word Maya here is a Sanskrit word. It's a word used very often in yoga philosophy and in asana yoga. Maya appears. It's a very common phrase in the West now. It's misunderstood in its truer meaning, but it is out there and it's become common. Maya means the cosmic illusion, basically. So direct experience, intuition, and spiritual insight are often emphasized as necessary for glimpsing the deeper truths beyond the cosmic drama. Well, I wrote drama, but I can also do a forward slash there and include the word comedy. Life and existence in general is a blend of comedy and drama, as you well know. pointing toward the reality that is ultimately experienced rather than understood. The cosmic drama is a reality that is ultimately experienced and rarely fully understood. Within the context of Maya, many Indian philosophical and spiritual traditions introduced the concept of Lila, and it can be pronounced Lila, which refers to the divine play or pastime of God the Creator. Lila suggests that the creation, maintenance, and dissolution of the universe is not merely a mechanical or purposeless process, but a joyful, creative expression of the divine. It's like, humans play poker as a pastime. They go bowling as a pastime. When they're high school boys, they go to the gym and play basketball. Well, once he's created the universe, and I'm saying he, it's actually more, he is more properly, I'm talking about Brahman now, the creator, is more properly addressed as it. That's the ancient way of addressing him without any degree of dismissal or being rude. It's just the original text that referred to the Creator as it. In this view, the world and all its happenings, with their mixture of joy and sorrow, gain a new dimension. They are seen as manifestations of the playful. See, it's a playful thing. Pastime generally is something you play at. Playful will of God enacted as part of an infinite cosmic drama / comedy. This idea further deepens the paradox of human existence, and here's where the paradox comes into play. While individuals are enmeshed in the illusions of Maya, their lives are simultaneously seen as integral threads in the tapestry of the divine play, of the divine's play. The joys, struggles, and quests for meaning experienced by humans are not accidental, but are woven into the fabric of existence as opportunities for the soul to awaken to its true nature. This will be repeated a couple of times in this discourse, that last phrase, for the soul to awaken. Thus, the interplay of illusion and truth, suffering and liberation, becomes not only a philosophical puzzle, but also a reflection of the divine's boundless love and creativity. So we want to understand this illusion and its truth in our human existence, how it affects our human existence. Throughout history, humanity has grappled with the nature of reality and illusion. Many philosophical and spiritual traditions have explored this theme, but perhaps none more profoundly than the concept of Maya in Indian philosophy. Maya refers to the illusory nature of the world, a veil that obscures the ultimate truth. This notion presents a paradox at the heart of human existence. While our senses and minds experience a tangible world, deeper inquiry suggests that what we perceive may not be the ultimate reality. This essay, this discourse, examines the concept of Maya and how it exemplifies the paradox of human reality. The term Maya originates from Sanskrit root ma, meaning to measure or to form. In Hindu and Buddhist philosophy, Maya is often described as a cosmic illusion that makes the transit world appear real and permanent. Well, that's also one of the definitions within the yogic philosophy. According to these traditions, Maya is not simply deception, but a force of creative power that brings the universe into being and keeps living beings bound to the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, and that is samsara. In the Advaita Vedanta school of thought, Maya is what veils the true nature of Brahman, the ultimate reality of universal consciousness. We are mortal consciousness. God is the cosmic consciousness. The Upanishads, ancient Indian scriptures, describe the world as a dream or a mirage, real only as an experience, but ultimately unsubstantial when the truth is realized. Thus, Maya is both the creator and the concealer of reality. One of my favorite poems as a teenager was, poets as a teenager, was Edgar Allan Poe. Some people consider him a little dark, but that's okay. I enjoyed his work. One of his poems is Dream Within a Dream. He starts it out with, I believe this is right, take this kiss upon the brow, and in parting from you now, let me this much deem what we are is but a dream, something of that nature, a dream within a dream. The paradox of human reality. The paradox at the core of human reality arises from our simultaneous experience of a tangible world and the philosophical assertion that the world is illusionary. On one hand, our senses provide information that seems consistent and reliable. We see, we hear, we touch, we taste, and we smell the world around us. Our minds interpret these signals, this input, forming a coherent narrative of existence. On the other hand, philosophical inquiry across cultures suggests that our perceptions are limited and shaped by subjective biases, desires, and our individual ignorance. The paradox is not unique to Eastern philosophy. In Western thought, Plato's allegory of the cave describes individuals who mistake shadows on a wall for reality, unaware of the true world outside. Modern science, too, reveals that our senses perceive only a fraction of the electromagnetic spectrum, and our understanding of reality is filtered through the neural processes and cognitive frameworks. Well, I agree with all that. Of course I did. I wrote it. Maya and everyday life. Maya's relevance extends beyond abstract philosophy. It shapes everyday life. People often find themselves caught in pursuits of wealth, status, or pleasure, believing these to be the sources of lasting fulfillment. Well, we're transient beings, so there is no lasting fulfillment as far as our human bodies and our human emotions and our human hopes and desires and all of that. However, as time passes, such achievements often feel fleeting or unsatisfactory. This is because we're getting closer to the true understanding of reality. We're getting closer to self-realization. This cycle of desire and disappointment reflects Maya's power, keeping individuals from recognizing deeper truths about themselves and the nature of existence. The realization of Maya does not necessarily entail rejecting the world, but encourages discernment and self-inquiry. Spiritual traditions propose practices such as meditation, mindfulness, and selfless action, karma yoga, to see through the veil of Maya and experience a deeper, unchanging reality. I want to do a footnote here real quickly. The mindfulness concept was brought to the United States military by one of my teachers, one of my gurus, so to speak, and he was yoga. He was a yogi, and he was a Swami Satchidananda. He was also the one that appeared at Woodstock and became famous after that great musical experience in the late '60s. Reconciling the paradox. Some philosophies resolve the paradox by suggesting that the world is both real and unreal. Real in the sense of experience, but unreal in the sense of the ultimate truth. The world is like a dream, vivid and meaningful while it lasts, but recognized as an illusion upon awakening. This prospect invites humility and openness, acknowledging the limits of human perception and the possibility of higher knowledge. But we know there has to be higher knowledge. There's higher consciousness, so therefore there has to be higher knowledge. Ultimately, the paradox of Maya and human reality challenges us to question our assumptions and seek wisdom beyond appearances. Well, that's what yoga philosophy is all about. To seek the wisdom beyond the appearances of this transient world and our transient lifetimes, our life living, our transient form as humans. It does not dismiss the value of lived experiences, but it encourages a deeper engagement with the mysteries of existence. In conclusion, several philosophical and spiritual traditions offer reasons why Brahman, ultimate reality, the one without a second, would wish to engage in a divine pastime with humans as actors in this cosmic drama. One perspective suggests that Brahman's inherent nature is pure consciousness and bliss, and that's in That's a very famous phrase in yoga philosophy, and it translates into the Sanskrit as Sat Chit Ananda, and the act of creation. This Lila, or play, is an expression of boundless joy and creativity. Through manifesting the universe and taking on countless forms, Brahman experiences the infinite possibilities of existence, allowing the formless to express itself in form and diversity. Well, I'm not trying to tell God what to do or how to do it. I'm just expressing my opinion on how I think this is done once the manifestation has taken place. Additionally, by involving humans as conscious participants in this drama, Brahman enables a process of self-discovery and awakening. Each individual soul, though appearing separate, is ultimately an aspect of Brahman. Their journeys through joy, sorrow, and ignorance and enlightenment serves a mirror through which the divine contemplates its own nature. Well, that's very profound. In this way, the interplay of illusion and truth, bondage and liberation become meaningful, not just as cosmic spectacle, but as an opportunity for love, learning, and the realization of unity behind apparent diversity. This purposeful play, that's very important, that term, that adjective. This purposeful play invites humans to transcend the illusion of separation and rediscover the essential oneness with the divine, transforming life into a sacred adventure towards self-realization. Here I also want to add a comment, because I think it's also profound and should be known. We are a spark of the divine. The soul, the Atman, I call my literary name in yoga writings is Sakshi, S-A-K-S-H-I, which means the witness. It also means the soul. It also means the Atman. I've named my soul Sakshi because it is the witness, and it's that quiet voice that you hear sometimes that directs you back onto the right path and choosing the right choices. And that's very important to me, and it should become important to you eventually, let's hope, especially if you're a student of yoga and you're serious about evolving in your yogic philosophy and place within the boundaries of the existence of yoga in the Western world. It's not just the physical poses, that's the asana. This is the intellectual side of yoga, and I'm an old yogi philosopher, intellectual. I do comparative studies on different religions and so forth and so on. I'm also a writer and a narrator and a commentator. I think that's enough for right now, and I think that's about where we're going to end this. I'm going to do 2 of these this afternoon, so I'll be back in a few minutes to record the second one. I will not end this in my usual way, which is to say, be good to yourself and be good to others, and then you'll hear that at the end of the next one if you look it up or listen to it. That'll be paradox number 10. So I'm going to say goodbye for now, and if you enjoyed this, thank you very much. If you didn't, that's okay too, and I'll see you in the next video. It'll be coming up in a short while.